Welcome into the final day of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships live from the National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland. It's been a great week, Steve. Great to have you with me. And tonight we witness another few exciting finals.
Yeah, really looking forward to tonight's races. The 53 will be really exciting.
Looking at the heats this morning, some highlights. Michael Pickett breaking the New Zealand record in the 50 freestyle. That must have been one he's been wanting to get for many, many years.
Yeah, I think what he's shown is that 50's really, he's trying to make it his own here, so I'm looking forward to seeing if he can make that improvement tonight.
Zoe Pedersen in the women's 50 freestyle, 25.73 new Zealand age group record. Fantastic.
Yeah, awesome for a 15-year-old, and I think she got under that World Junior qualifying time as well, so that's pretty awesome to see.
Gabby Smith was in good form on the 200 IM. She collected her second qualifying mark for the Para Swimming World Champs.
Oh, it just continues great form through the week. Obviously, her and Todd, her coach, have been doing a really good job at getting her ready to race here.
We kick off tonight with the 800-metre freestyle for the women. This is really coming together of some real talent, the heavyweights in distance swimming in New Zealand. We've got Eve Thomas here, Caitlin and Erica all in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, it should be another good battle in that 400. They had a really good race, so I'm looking forward to this little bit extra distance and seeing if maybe Eve can get a bit closer to Erica on this one.
We move then to the 200 metres individual medley. Lewis, he deserves a medal for being the busiest guy in the program, along with Luca Willems. He's been busy too. But Lewis Clareburt, obviously the New Zealand record holder, he's in lane 4. He's going to be hard to beat tonight.
Yeah, well, when you've got that experience of all of his IM and all the other races, you know he's ready, and every single final he's stepped up another level.
He has indeed. We move to the multi-class. Asher and Josh were, I think Asher was taking a little bit easier this morning. He's probably taken a leaf out of the book of some of the able-bodied swimmers there, but he's going to threaten his own New Zealand record. Josh Wilmer is right there as well.
Well, I enjoyed their 100 breaststroke battle last night, so let's hopefully we can see another one in this 200 IM from those boys.
The women's 200 IM, Gina McCarthy, Zalika Pratt-Smith, they're in the middle lanes. Again, 220s, 221s. Pretty ordinary this morning. They're going to have to go a lot quicker for that 2:12 qualifying time.
Yeah, these girls in these races where they're just off those qualifying times, they're going to have to, it's all about probably more about the win. So it'll be good to see which tactics they have and which are their strongest strokes, and see who comes with that ultimate win there.
The multi-class women's will be after that with Gabby and Ella. Then we move to the 1,500-metre freestyle for men. Lan Hamblin-O, he had that great performance in the 800-metre freestyle. He's in good form this week.
Yeah, he'll be looking towards that World Junior qualifying time. Just missed out in the 800, so this 1,500 he'll want to make his own. He did it at JPP last year, had some PBs there, so he'll be looking to take out that national title.
Then to one of the shortest, the 50-metre breaststroke, the Joshes, we call them, Josh Pickett and Josh Gilbert in the middle of the pool. Just pipped to the line this morning at 28.2, I think it was, but I think we could see a 27 tonight.
Yeah, well, it's good to see these Club 37 boys, probably a little bit of banter going on there, and like Jeffcoat got the treble in the backstroke, I'm sure Josh... we'll be looking to get that triple in the breaststroke as well, so it'll be really good for Club 37. It
will. Then we move to the women's. Monique Wierzowski, the New Zealand record holder in the 100. She's going to want to collect this one too.
Well, she came in here and I thought she was more of a 50 girl, so I'm really excited to see what she can do in that one tonight.
That New Zealand record may be under threat, 31.21, and to go the qualifying end, have to go under the New Zealand record to 31.02, so that's going to be an exciting one. 50 freestyle is up next. That is going to be an exciting one. Michael Pickett in lane 4, New Zealand record holder from this morning, and some threats going to come from Carter Swift and Cameron Gray.
Yeah, well, it's, the fact he's got the national record now, he's the fastest man basically New Zealand's ever had, so he'll be taking that confidence in tonight, but also he's not going to have it his own way. Cameron and Carter, they're not going to want him, let him get away there, and knowing the races they've had this week, they'll be right on form. Yeah,
he's shows some real speed, that Pickett. He's going to be hard to beat. The multi-class, Cameron Leslie, just off his New Zealand record this morning. I called it him being the world record holder. In fact, he's lost that world record, so we need to get it back, Cam.
Yeah, I'd love to see Cam get that back tonight. I'm sure that's probably a little bit of motivation for him. You want to be known as that world record holder while you're still swimming, so he'll be targeting that one for sure.
The 50 freestyle for women, Rebecca Moynihan, Chelsea is there in lane 4 and 5, both 25.4s. They're going to have to go a bit lower to 25.04 for the qualifying, the New Zealand record 25.01.
Yeah, well, it showed they were in that 100 metres last night. No Eric, which is good probably for them. They want to try and get their own national title in this 50. But, you never know. You've got old Gabby and then Zoe coming along. You never know what these young girls can do at the same time.
And then the 50 freestyle women multi-class, Dame Sophie Pascoe in there amongst a whole lot of our talented multi-class swimmers. And we finish off with the fun 4x100 medley mixed relay tonight. Can it be a quad? Is that what you call it? 4 Club 37 wins this week?
Yeah, would it be 4 from 4 because they missed out on that 4x2? But it'll be interesting to see once again the tactics. We talked about the mixed. When they send off their boys and girls, it'll be the same now with obviously the medley order and how that works out.
Well, thanks, Steve. We're going to move on with the program now with session number 10, the final day of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships. Please put your hands together and welcome our technical officials to the pool deck. Referees for tonight's final session, Gavin Ion and Ron Clark. Starters, Ross Gillespie and Alan Hale. Your technical director for these championships is Carlreen Gillespie. We will now be presenting some special awards, and presenting those awards is Aquablack number 86, the President of New Zealand Swimming, Janie Hudgell. The Coach of the Year is presented as the Supreme Coach of the Year Award for coaching performance, services to the sport and character in the 2022 calendar year. The winner is Lars Hummer from Swim Dunedin. Lan receives this award for his coaching of top performances in 22, such as Erica Fairweather's 2 silver medals and Caitlin Dean's 5th in the 1500 metre freestyle at the 22 FINA World Short Course Champs in Melbourne. This award also recognises his services to swimming with the Swim Dunedin program. This is the second time Lars has received this award. The next award, the Jackie Clark Award, is presented to a volunteer who has displayed outstanding commitment and dedication to swimming, either to Swimming New Zealand, a region or a club within administration in the 22 calendar year. This award is commonly known as the Volunteer Administrator of the Year. The winner is Diane Farmer from Palmerston North and Swimming Manawatu. Diane receives this award for her dedication and countless hours of support each week as Regional Administrator for Swimming Manawatu. In addition to this role, she is also a member of the Swimming New Zealand Technical Advisory Committee. Diane has been recognised for her commitment as Regional Administrator that has helped the region maintain their number of members of the past few years and keep the region operating. Well done, Diane. The next award is the Bill Matson Award, and has been adjusted slightly in 2022, with this award now being solely focused on international competitions. It is presented to a technical official who has officiated in an integral role in an international competition in the 22 calendar year. This award can be referred to as the International Technical Official of the Year. The winner is Ross Gillespie from Northland. Ross receives this award for his appointment as starter at the 22 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, where he was one of the only international appointed positions at the competition. This is the second time Ross has won this award. The final award for this part of the session is the Duncan Lang Trophy. The Duncan Lang Trophy is presented to the club with the most combined club points in individual events at the 22 Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships in Auckland, the 22 Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Champs in Wellington, and the 22 Apollo Project's New Zealand Short Course Swimming Champs in August. The winner is North Shore Swimming Club with a combined total of 2,923 points, with the 22 being a competitive year between the clubs at each of the 3 national events. North Shore Swimming were the most consistent. They win this award ahead of Coast in second and United in third. Summer Osborne and Melissa Cowan accepting that award on behalf of North Shore Swimming. We'll be back after the break and kick off with our first event, the women's 800 metre freestyle final.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We kick off tonight's final session with the women's 800 metre freestyle final. Introducing the swimmers to you now. In lane 0 from Coast Swimming Club, Lena Hamblin-O. Lane 1 from Mount Maunganui, Talita McEwen. Lane 2 from Neptune, Ruby Heath. Lane 3 from Neptune, Caitlin Deans. Lane 4 from Neptune, Erica Fairweather. 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Eve Thomas. 6 from Mount Maunganui, Kira Allard. 7 from Vikings, Brooke Bennett. 8 from Aquablades, Bella Wansborough. 9 from Neptune, Amelia Feiner. "16 lengths of the pool, the 800 metre freestyle for women. Already Erica Fairweather has taken half a body length out of the field. That's quite incredible in the first 25. And she starts off quickly. The rest of the field just finding themselves into their rhythm over that first 100 metres.
Going to be a little bit of different tactics going on tonight, I think, Scott, in this 800. Erica's obviously got her 100 freestyle, 200 freestyle, 400 freestyle pedigree, whereas Eve's coming down from that 1500 probably a little bit more, so could see that change sort of the back half of the race tonight, I think.
The New Zealand record held by Lauren Boyle at 8:17.65 7 years ago, and the FINA A qualifying mark for the World Aquatics Champs, 8:37.90. And let's look at that, a 30.84 through the 100 and 59.42, a couple of seconds lead. Caitlin Dean sitting in second just at the moment. Eve Thomas breathing off to her left.
How good does Erica's stroke look at the moment, Scott? Just nice and relaxed, nice and long through the middle for a not so tall statured girl. It looks nice and long. I really enjoy watching her swim. I wish I could swim the same.
Yeah, and I think the other thing I've noticed, and except for the 100 metre freestyle where she stopped breathing in the final 5, the consistency she breathes, and she just stopped then. I was going to say she breathes every single stroke. She seems to breathe every single stroke. She's now changed to the other side, but when she does breathe on one side, she breathes every stroke, and then she stops and she breathes the other. That seems to be the rhythm.
I think some people just suit better in their breathing. It means their breathing doesn't really hold her down. So that's pretty exceptional. More in that 100, you probably want to keep those hips up a little bit higher, keeping the head down a little bit more. But for her, this is her rhythm. This is what works for her, Scott.
I guess keeping oxygen, getting as much oxygen as you can in these distance events. If your breathing technique doesn't slow you down and is a nice part of your stroke, then getting more oxygen in can only be a good thing.
Yeah, there's always going to be a balance there sometimes, and right now, obviously, the way she's swimming, this is working. So she's going to keep going with this What I think is awesome here is just we're going to see her skills through this whole 800. We've seen them through the 100, the 200, the 400. What's her tactic off her turn through this to maintain so she can get back to that rhythm as quickly as possible?
Now her time 8:24.01 and further 3 seconds back to Eve Thomas. There's not a huge amount in it. Caitlin Dean's 8:39. And we come through to the 300 metre mark now. We'll be getting a pretty good accurate picture now of the splits. 31.34, so she's slowed down just a little bit now, settling on about 30. So it's actually Eve Thomas did a faster 50 there, Steve, than Erica.
Yeah, this is where those tactics will be coming in. Obviously, the Eve's Thailand canvas, what she's going to be using here in this last part. Had a quick look over at the coast coaches. They're trying to rev her up a little bit, so maybe she's not quite where they think she should be. So interesting to see this next sort of 200 metres, what really happens.
And Erica Fairweather bringing that split down to 31.1. You can see the green time on the board if you're here at the National Aquatic Centre, indicating a faster 50 than the one prior. And Eve Thomas is about 5 seconds back, further 2 back to Caitlin Deans. Sitting in 4th at the moment. Let's see who touched the wall. It might be lane 2. It is Ruby Heath. And Ruby Heath's had a fantastic few years in open water swimming. It tends to be her focus now. And the 400 metre, 4:06.78. Averaging that 1:01.6 or something.
Sticking on those 31 still, Scott. See, Eve just dropped another 31.7 there, so hanging on. I haven't really seen a change, Scott, in her stroke since we started. It just looks so consistent.
Oh, you just know how much mileage got into that stroke. To keep it that way, you can, it makes me scared almost to think the mileage they've done to get Erica to this position, to get her into this form. Talking to Eve Thomas prior to the meet, I asked her, what was your lifetime best performance? She said she'd consider the 800 metre freestyle heat at the World Champs last year as her best performance so far. And she said she wasn't ranked to final in that event, but she managed to pull a PB of a second swimming a time of 8:27 out of the heat to qualify 6th in the final. So Eve Thomas 8:27. She does have, and that's the 8:27 she's got in the program, Steve.
31.6 there on that 50 by Erica and a 32.0 by Eve. Coast guys on the side there trying to rev her up a little bit. But Erica's just holding that 31 mid, Scott.
And let's have a look at the rest of the field now. Lena Hamlin-O, twin sister of Lan Hamlin-O in lane 0. Those splits just starting to creep up a bit now to 31 late. And lane 2 is Ruby Heath. She's sitting in 4th. Over the other side is Kira Allett, who's had a fantastic few years. She won the award last night for her top performances in 22.
600 metre mark here, Scott.
6:13, averaging around about 1:02 now. So based on that, could see about there's still an opportunity here. The New Zealand record, 8:17, and the form that Erica's in, nothing's off this week.
And that 400, she came home in that 29.07, I believe. So if she comes down, then she wants it enough in this last 150 metres. We could see a really strong progression heading towards that 8:17 time.
Well, I think we should start to make a little bit of noise here with 100 metres, 125 metres to go. She does, they all react well to a bit of noise here at National Aquatic. We need to raise the roof off and try and get Erica Fairweather through, and Eve Thomas and Caitlin through to some great times. The bell rings. 31.73, you can start to see those splits start to come down now. If she can do a minute in the final 100, we've got a New Zealand record. Erica Fairweather, we know she's got a fantastic back end. Eve Thomas is certainly putting her foot down now.
Let's see what happens on this last turn here, whether she's got a little bit more left in her.
31.29, this could be too much of an ask. She's going to have to do a 27.28, but she's going to do a good time, maybe around the 8.18, 8.19 perhaps. Erica Fairweather coming in to win comfortably the women's 800 metres freestyle. And the time, the qualifying time, 8:37.90. And that should be quite comfortable for Erica and Eve. She comes in just over that New Zealand record. What a final 50. Look at that, a 29.53. If only she'd just gone a little bit quicker in that second to last 50, it would have been a new New Zealand record. 8.18 flat. And all three of them have gone the qualifying mark for the World Aquatics Championships.
You talked about in your assessment of Eve there, her best one was an 8.27 from that World Champs. She's just gone a 3-second PB there. So well done to Eve in that second spot.
And it'd be nice to have a chat to all three of these women after this event. All help themselves get through to that time. Ruby Heath, 9:01.45 is fourth. Kira Ellett, just a second back. Touching the wall is Brooke Bennett, 9:11. And they're all pretty happy. What a great way to finish on the final night. And a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our women in the 800 metres freestyle. Congratulations, Erica. You're getting the clean sweep of these freestyle events. What a way to finish on day 5.
Oh, I'm absolutely stoked. I mean, that's what I wanted from the start. I've always been looking forward to the 800. Something a bit new from me, so yeah, couldn't be happier.
Yeah, 8:18. We were trying to work out whether this New Zealand record was under threat. It certainly was. That final 50 was blindingly quick. But you know, in terms of your tactics tonight, talk us through that.
Oh, I just wanted to put down a good performance. It's been a pretty big week so far, but definitely been looking forward to this one.
Well, I'm sure you'll go back and sort of analyse things with Lars and work out. But we reckon if you went just a little bit faster in that second to last 50, you would have got that NZ up.
Yeah, maybe if I used my legs a little bit more. They started to die a little bit in there, so next time.
Easy for us to say from the seats, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on you, Erica Fairweather, New Zealand champion 800 metre freestyle qualifying mark for the World Aquatics Champs. We're going to chat to Eve Thomas now. Eve, a fantastic swim, 8:24. We chatted before the Champs. You said 8:27, your 800 in that last year was the best performance you've ever had. You must be stoked. You've gone 3 seconds quicker.
Yeah, look, I'm very happy with that time. Obviously, the goal today was to be within the top 2 and under the qualifying time. So to be getting a PB at the end of the meet, I'm very happy about that.
You had some fantastic support over there in the red from Coast. The whole team was up. It must be great to come home and have that support here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Coast is like a family. I've been at Coast since I was 6, so I've known a lot of these girls and boys and the coaches for a long while. So, it's lovely to come back after my stint in Australia and be able to race with a home team.
Well, congratulations, Eve, and I'm sure you've got a relay or two or another event tonight. No, you're done?
No, I'm done, thankfully. That's my meet over.
Oh, fantastic. What a way to finish. Well done.
Thank
Welcome back. Final day of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships. We now move to event 35, the final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. Lane 2 from North Shore Swimming, Louis Clark. 3 from North Shore Swimming, Blair Helms. 4 from Capital, Lewis Clareburt. 5 from Capital, Sam Brown. 6 from Roskill, Kevin Zhang. 7 from Neptune, Luan Grobbelaar. 8 from Wharanui, Tyler Tapper. New Zealand record holder Lewis Clareburt in lane 4 here. He did a pretty relaxed 2:05.14 this morning. The FINA A 1:59.53. Let's have a look at it. Clareburt leads the way down lane 4 at the moment.
This will be an interesting race, Scott. We've got Luan out in lane 7. He maybe took it quite easy in the heats as well. Whether he can step down to that 200-metre mark with a little bit more speed.
Yeah, well, he took a little bit of a gamble this morning, Steve. If he could have actually found himself out of the final, but he got it right in the end. So Luan Grobbelaar sitting probably equal second at the moment. Lewis Clareburt now a clear body length over the rest of the field. Sam Brown, his teammate, I think he's coming to second now. They come into the halfway mark. Now this is where we'll see Luan Grobbelaar really make some ground up.
55.86 through there for Lewis. It's a nice solid split. These boys been really trying to lift this breaststroke.
Sam Brown actually doing a really good job here and starting to come through is Blair Helms of North Shore, who's had a good champ so far.
Lewis is showing his dominance in this breaststroke leg, however. He's really taken it to these boys.
Sam Brown and Luan Grobbelaar neck and neck in the breaststroke. I think Luan's got it by a fingernail. He'll turn. He does. He turns second. Lewis Clareburt 1:30.54. That qualifying mark of 1:59.53. He'll want to be getting under that. He's been under a bit of work lately, so some of his times not his best times, but he wants the qualification marks. Lewis Clareburt coming through to win the men's 200 metres individual medley in a qualifying time. It is second will go to Luan Grobbelaar, just in front of Sam Brown. That was a great swim for Sam Brown. Kevin Zhang just outside, a couple of seconds outside of that World Juniors. A good swim for him, 2:05.
Really consistent swimming by Lewis this week. Not probably getting the times he wants, but he's definitely showing his experience. And just, it's a great way to watch him. For anyone at home, keep learning off this guy. He's one of our best. Some really good skills and very consistent. Louis Clareburt, national champion, 200 AM. How many titles in the 200 AM have you got in a row now?
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, I had Brad Ashby a few years ago, who was sort of the king of the IM, and he sort of dropped his New Zealand record over the last couple of years. So, I don't know, maybe 2 years or 3 years in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see like that battle has obviously helped you improve your IMs, your guys' battle back then. What are you sort of thinking about now? Now you maybe feel you're a bit of ahead of these other guys. What strategies are you using to make sure you maintain your consistency through your own development?
Yeah, I guess for me now is really nailing those skills. I feel like I have a good speed over top of the water, but my turns and underwaters are one of the things that I really need to work on, especially with the outlook on the world of swimming is right now, especially in the medley. Everyone's really good underwater, so that's the biggest thing for me in the next sort of 12 months.
And when you talk about that in training, are those the things that you're really putting in the effort now, so that sort of come next year, those are your main targets? You think you can make the most gains?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to have those little goals along the way, and I think every day I turn up to training and I think it's something new to work on, and underwaters has been sort of that main focus, especially the last sort of 6 months.
Cool, man. And I mean, another World Champs qualifying time and another national title. There's Clareburt. Well done.
We move now to event 121, the 200-metre individual medley for men, multi-class. Lane 2 from Jazzy, Luca Willems. Lane 3 from Parnell, James Hayden. 4 from North Shore, Asher Smith-Franklin. 5 from Pukekohe, Josh Wilmer. 6 from Mount Eden, Tate Pichon. Now, Steve, we talked about this in our opening. Asher Smith-Franklin, 2:30. His best is about 2:24. Josh Wilmer, the New Zealand record, from what I remember this morning, was about 1 second faster than he did in the heats. So we could see some New Zealand records fall tonight. We've got 4 S14, SM14 swimmers here, and we've got an SM9 with Josh Wilmer. So Asher Smith-Franklin holds his record at 2:23.04. And we've got the Jesse Reynolds holding the SM9 2:23.99. So we're going to have to see 2:23s for both these swimmers. And Asher is going off quickly.
Yeah, he's having a crack on this one tonight, Scott. I think, last night of the finals, he wants to get some more of those national records of his own, so good to see him getting quite aggressive with that backstroke lap there.
1:07 through the first 100, and he'll have to go about a 1:15 through the second 100, and I don't think he's going to have a problem with this. He's got a great breaststroke on him. In fact, there's not too many strokes this boy can't do.
Yeah, it looks like he's really just trusting his glide there, Scott, on that breaststroke lap. He's really utilising his kick strength, starting to build the rating a little bit, so he can sort of pick it up just before that freestyle, so that change of stroke gets a little bit easier. Josh Wilmore out in lane 5. His favourite lap, the breaststroke, starting to pick up his rhythm.
A 42 for that breaststroke leg, 149. We're going to have to see a 33 second for the final 50, and I'm sure we will. Asher Smith-Franklin maybe on his way to yet another New Zealand record. He's had a stunning week this week as Luca Willem makes his way down the breaststroke, as is Tate Pichon. 2:23.71. He's just outside his own record of 2:23.04. But a good performance all the same. Second to the wall will be Josh Wilmer. That's an improvement on this morning. James Hayden touches. He did a 2:53 this morning. He's taken 6 seconds off this morning's heat. And here comes Tate Pichon. Tate did a 3:09. And Tate gets a 3:05, 4-second PB there. And Luca Willems making his way down.
What is really good to see, Scott, even on night 5, session 10 of this national champs, these boys really still sticking to their goals of doing PBs, being very consistent across the whole week. That's some really impressive swimming.
Yeah, 4 green times on the board.
That's what you want to see on night 10. We want to keep lifting the crowd, people who support at home. We want to make sure these guys still can lift on this last night of racing.
4:04.04 this morning. I know his best was about 4:02, I think it was, from memory in the program. And he's going to go under 4 minutes. Good on you, Luca. Big milestone for him. Good on you, Asher. Not far off your record there. That was a really good swim, though. You happy with that one?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You got the 50 free later on. You're going to have to do some nice warming down over there and make sure you're ready to go. Will we see a record on your 50 free tonight?
Yeah, probably so.
Now, this has been such an amazing week for you. Tell us again, what after this championships, what are you going to look forward to? What are you looking forward to with your swimming?
For tomorrow, it'll be my birthday, so I'll be turning 17.
Birthday tomorrow, 17. It's a shame we're not going to be here to sing you happy birthday. Hey, round of applause for Asher Smith-Franklin, ladies and gentlemen. Champion again. Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. The next event on the program, Event 36, the women's 200 metres individual medley final. Lane 1 from North Shore Swimming, Tori Grout. 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Charlie Toos. 3 from Vikings, Hope Chamil. 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Zylika Pratt-Smith. 6 from Ngātai Tuatia Ataraika Neve Tasaka. 7 from Pirates, Samantha Fowler. 8 from North Shore Swimming, Anya Maritz. Nice underwater work there by Gina McCarthy, but Zylika Pratt-Smith beat her to the surface and got a little bit of a lead down the first 25. Zylika Pratt-Smith has had a good week so far, and these swimmers are going to have to really wind things up for the 2:12.98 FINA A time if they want to get there. We're going to have to see someone really go out from the kick-off with some real speed.
Zylika goes through there in 29.6. Neve Taska, she's in second, 29.9. So she won the 200 fly, Scott. So we know she's got some ways that she can get through these tougher 200-metre races.
Gina McCarthy, she's become quite a breaststroker in the last couple of years, winning the 100 metres in 2022. So she will head into the breaststroke leg in front. Hope Chamil sitting in a good position, second in lane 3. Zylika Pratt-Smith in third. Beautiful long glide for Gina McCarthy, extending that lead every stroke.
Yeah, she's really put it to the field through that backstroke and now into this breaststroke leg. Getting that head down, getting that body position in line underwater through each stroke. Trusting her leg power. Want to try and pick up a little bit of rating now just before she changes into the freestyle.
And nice timing into the wall. She touches and turns for home. Gina McCarthy, let's make some noise for Gina McCarthy, ladies and gentlemen. Bring her home. 143.15 at the 150. She's going to have to really dig deep here, Steve. Try and get her down to low teens here. That USA Tour time, 2:17.63. And she'll touch 2:15.68.
Second was Hope Chamil from Vikings, and third Zylika Pratt-Smith. Everyone's got green times up on the board from this morning, Scott, so they all saved a little bit for tonight's racing. Really solid swim there by Gina. Good smooth fly, picked it up in the back and breast, and then nice strong freestyle to finish.
Congratulations, Sheena, on New Zealand champion for that event tonight, 2:15. What was your aim tonight? Are you happy with that one?
My aim tonight was just to swim faster than this morning. So I did that, which is good. Probably not like the best this time going, but I mean, I can't be too upset with a 15.
5 seconds quicker than this morning, I think it was. What were some of the things you concentrated on tonight to really get that result for you?
Well, I made sure I did a better dive. This morning I did a horrific dive, so I did a good dive and I was like, yes, okay, well, off to a good start. So I kind of just, from there, tried to build through the race.
The breaststroke, you really made some gains on the field. Obviously, that's a stroke you've been working on a lot over the last couple of years. You know, was that a particular 50 you wanted to really power into?
Yeah, the breaststroke's always a tough 50 for everyone, so if you can go through it the best you can, it kind of makes it a bit easier to finish off. But yeah, I think I can probably still do a bit more work on it, as well as my butterfly, so loads to come over the next few months, I think.
And we were talking before the meet, and you were telling me about some of your training and what you were doing. You're doing a bit of Pilates, doing it at dry land. Has that been helping you feel with the overall strength and your performances?
Yeah, definitely. I had about 18 months where I wasn't really doing much gym work, so probably been back in the gym for the past kind of 6 months, and I've definitely noticed a bit of a shift. And my Pilates, I've noticed that I'm a lot more mobile than I normally am, so that's been really good.
Final question, what's after these champs, what are you setting your sights on?
Probably the big thing will be that meet in November to try and qualify for the Worlds at the beginning of next year. Since I didn't qualify this meet, that's going to be the big one.
Oh, all the best, Jean, and congratulations on your national title.
Thank you.
Next event is the women's 200 metres individual medley multi-class. In lane 4 from Vikings, Gabby Smith. Lane 5 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. So Steve, Gabby Smith doing a good performance this morning, 2:43.92 qualifying for the Paraswimming World Championships with her time. And so all we can hope for is an improvement on this morning. And Ella Ben, 3 minutes 98. She was about 2 seconds outside of her best time, or second, I think. So we'd like to see and get her underneath 2:58.
Well, we know Gabby's got a really good breaststroke and freestyle after her 2 performances last night, Scott. So let's see how she can sort of build through this butterfly, stay nice and relaxed, and then for them to wind up a little bit in the backstroke. It's kind of a building race, 200 AM to me, wanting to each stroke that second 25, take it up a little notch into the walls each time.
Yeah, demanding event, this one, obviously going through all the 4 strokes, all the muscle groups, whereas the breaststroke tends to be heavier on the legs. Then you've got, you know, the freestyle and the backstroke heavier on the arms. So you can see these swimmers pretty tired at the end of it.
Yeah, and as you can hear from what Lewis was saying after his post-race, is that obviously that skill level in the IEM around turns underwater, that's a really big improvement for him, and that should be amongst all IEMers. When you're changing that stroke, you've got to trust your breaststroke, underwater pull out, you want to go for the distance. Breaststroke to freestyle, you want to be able to get in as many underwater kicks at speed as you can, not just doing underwater.
And that takes practice, doesn't it? I mean, oxygen is getting pretty slim at that point in the race. You really need to try and make a real big effort to kind of stay underwater a bit longer.
Consistency of practice, Scott, is what swimming is mostly about. And then as time progresses, doing it at speed and faster all the time. actually working on those skills every session, not just on critical sessions alone.
I must admit, the Kents were always pretty good at that.
Yeah, I think that was Dean back in the day. Definitely brought that sort of level to New Zealand in those early 2000s. What he learnt overseas, brought that back of skills. When we all of a sudden see him at a short course nationals again this year, I'm sure he'll turn up and do one of the best breaststroke pullouts that most guys should try to get towards as well.
Gabby Smith down the final 20 metres, a 2:43.92 is what she did this morning to qualify. Let's see if we can lower that down. I think she's going to. This is a great performance for Gabby Smith. 2:41.42, keeps getting faster. Fantastic performance. And Ella Ben coming through. Let's see if we can get her underneath 3 minutes. She does 2:59.09, and that's almost 2 seconds quicker than this morning for Ella Ben.
To me, Scott, it didn't even look like Gabby was that tight at the end of the rat race. Maybe she had a little bit more, but that's how well trained these girls are, how good their skills are. Perfect finish there, head down that last 5 metres. Some really top work obviously being done at the Vikings there with Todd Mason. Well done.
And Gabby Smith takes that win. Congratulations, Gabby. We're just getting used to you going faster and faster each time. In fact, Steve said you didn't even look tired, but now I'm in front of you, you look a bit tired.
Just a wee bit. It was definitely a better swim than this morning. I think I had my pace better tonight, so I was really happy with it.
Yeah, lowering that this morning and then again 2 seconds tonight. What was the difference tonight you felt? Without looking at the splits, without knowing them, where was the difference? Where was that 2 seconds?
I definitely tried to pick up my backstroke pace a little bit. This morning my backstroke was almost as fast as my breaststroke, which isn't that great. So the backstroke was definitely picked up.
Well, congratulations. Any more races, or is this you done?
This is actually, I'm done. I don't have 53, but 200 IM was definitely a good way to finish the meet.
Congratulations. Round of applause for Gabby Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome championships for you. Next up, we move to the men's 1500 metre freestyle. And introducing the swimmers to you now. In lane 1 from Pirates, Nick Close. In lane 2 from Pirates, Ethan Buchanan. 3 from New Caledonia, Kaula Loan. 4 from Coast Swimming Club, Lan Hamblin O. 5 from Aquablades, Daniel Calabote. 6 from Roskill, Alex Dunkley. 7 from Hamilton Aquatics, Jonty Sheriffs. few new faces in this 1500 metre freestyle that haven't swum earlier in the week. And that is Alex Dunkley.
No stranger to the 1500 though, Alex. He's obviously our New Zealand Open 10 water K champion, so he's going to come in here with some really good distance backgrounds. He did some training over in Australia at the end of last year, I believe, as well, so he'll be coming in and wanting to put a good performance forward.
Yeah, he had a great few swims down in Taupō with the epic swim in January. And there was one where he had a huge comeback. So him and Lan have had some good battles down there in the open water. But the pool is quite a different story. A whole another set of skills required. 30 lengths of the pool for the 1500 metre freestyle. And we're 2 down.
58.2 there by Lan, so he'll be trying to settle into his rhythm here, making sure these next couple of 50s are the pacing that these boys have been working on, finding that rhythm, and then trying to, obviously, as we talked in the girls 1500, which strategy do they signal to? Eve talked about 5 300s. Is it 3 500s? So it'll be interesting to hear from Lan essentially at the end what he's been thinking about through this 1500 metre race.
Yeah, and the mind's always active in these distance races. They'll be constantly thinking about different things. It'll be the technique, the hold on the water, the catch. Having, probably just gauging where they're at with the other swimmers in the field. Their turns, their streamline. All of those things add up, don't they, Steve? When you've got 29 turns in this event, every little bit counts.
Consistency is key here, Scotty. Consistency is key. Lan coming off that 800, he's only, I think, done the 4x200 for Coast as well, so he hasn't had a bigger week as maybe he normally would have. So maybe he's been looking to really push for that World Junior qualifying time tonight.
Just looking at those splits now. 33.24 for Alex Dunkley, 31, so 1.5 seconds quicker per 50 at the moment than Alex Dunkley, who's his key rival in the open water. Daniel Calabote is sitting in 4th. The visitor, Kaula Loan, sitting 2nd. Sorry, 3rd.
Another 31.3 there by Lan, so it looks like he's settling into that rhythm. Just got to trust his length a bit. When I talked to John Gatfield and Michael Weston the other night about what they've been working on, it's about getting him to trust his length and keeping that speed up. So it's finding that little balance for him. The 300 metre mark there for Lan, 3:04.1, another 31.4. Boys are looking happy on that other side of the pool. Went through in 2:59, I think, in the 800, so only 5 seconds off what he was through that 800 the other night. So good to see he's sticking to his race plan right now. Alex Dunkley still in 2nd place. .31.9 there for Lan, coming through the 350 metre mark. Every single turn, pretty important now, making sure they can get back to the rhythm. Don't want to hold anything back, want to let it flow, so then they can get back to that pace they want to feel.
Now, speaking to Lan Hamlin before these champs, said, how's he feeling coming in? He said he's excited, but his target meet this season is actually national age groups in a week's time. But this will give him a good idea of where he's at. But I think he should be very, very pleased with how he's going this week. He's certainly on track. 800 metre freestyle. The 800 free was his main focus. And this 1500 obviously is a great, I guess, a great event for him as well with all the training he's doing.
4:08 for Lan through that 400 metre mark. Just hit another one, 31.6, so he's picked it up a little bit on that one, seeing the green time on the scoreboard. The all-important 500 metre mark, that's, a third of the way here. We're going to see if he's right on the pacing. I'll have a look across to John and Westo, whether they give him the thumbs up, thumbs down. It'll be a pretty telling sign.
This is a great time, 5:11 for the 500 metre.
Coach has given the thumbs up on that side of the pool, so he's tracking really well. Once again, what's his strategy that he's thinking about? He knew maybe he was going to have to come and do this race by himself. So now it's about trusting that pace.
He's got a time on the program, Steve, of 16:02. If he can sort of keep these 31 and a halves up, he's doing about a 1:03, which will see huge PB here of around about a 15 and a half.
If we look back to Lan's time in the 800, it was, I think, 15 seconds faster than the year previous. And then in between there, he's had JPP, so he's gained some really good experience racing for his first New Zealand team. That was a really good experience for him in Hawaii, seeing that next level above. Lan had to race in the heats in the morning. So for this young kid now, he wants to prove himself that he can get up and race this World Junior qualifying times and get in those final heats sometimes like this 1500 has.
You look at his stroke as well, Steve. You know, he's breathing that every stroke. He's got kind of that good rhythm going. Very efficient. Just turns that head just a minimal amount to grab that breath. And a 31.8, just slipping up to the late 31s now.
Looks like a little bit of a goal, sticking under that 32 pace, probably as long as he can.
Yeah, I think at the moment he's on track for about a 15.41 to 15.45 if he carries on this pace, just slipping back in those splits a little bit. He'll want to kind of settle on about a 31.75 or something like that. And let's look back at the rest of the field. It is Alex Dunkley who is holding about 33 and a half. He's sitting in second. The visitor is in third. Fourth is Daniel Calabote.
Another 31 for Lan through that 700 metre mark. Coast guy's trying to pick him up on that other side. Looks like he made a little shift there. Nice to see. Trying to bring those hips back up on top of the surface.
Now, speaking to Lan before the champs, he said he's introduced a bit more dry land into his program. So obviously he's only 17, just starting to get to that age where you bring in a bit of dry land. And dry land for distance swimming must be quite specialised, Steve, I'm guessing.
I think so, but generally when they're heading to that age, 15, 16, 17, it's about getting the movements right, Scott. Don't want to carry on, all of a sudden pack on weight. It's about learning the movements, doing them consistently. I know he works with John on those skills. I know the Coast Swim Club in the morning, they do some land prep every day, adding on a few more sort of land-based sessions to their program this year. So good to see, hopefully, these improvements coming through into his swimming.
8:22.1 through the 800 metres for Lan Hamblin-O. Holding just under that 103 average at the moment. And let's look at those splits here. 31.85, that's where he needs to be. Hover around that time. And he also into a bit of surf lifesaving.
Yeah, Lan does it all. He loves the ocean, as well as being his love of pool distance swimming. He's a tough kid. He loves getting out there. I've raced him a couple of times in some ocean swims. Unfortunately, now he kicks my butt, but at the same time, really just enjoys his longer distance. He loves getting out and amongst the waves as well.
Yeah, I do remember your ocean swimming debut, Steve, and you were wearing a shark fin on your back from memory.
King of the Bays one year, Scotty. King of the Bays. Still holding under that 32 mark. The Coast guys on that other side of the pool trying to lift him up. They're getting excited, which gets me excited.
And one of his highlights, Lan, was the Junior Pampaks last year, being able to PB in all three events while he was there. And so, you know, you just get the feeling that this young man is just taking the right stepping stones. He's taking the right step up in the big occasions.
I think what the really positive thing was, he went over there as one of our only sort of coast swimmers. There was a couple, but without any coast coaches. So he had to learn how to deal with coaches from other clubs. He went there, he did his job, he focused. Outdoor pool, different environment, different heat. So to come away with 3 from 3 PBs, we were really chuffed. It wasn't just about going over there and racing, it was about going there and doing his best.
Alex Dunkley sitting in second through the 950 metre mark. He's holding those 33.9s.
10.29 through that 1,000 metre mark, Scott.
$10.29. So 2/3 of this event completed for Lan Hamblin.
Another 31.8. The consistency has been very, very good here by Lan. He's probably hurting Scott, but he is finding a way to maintain his rhythm. He's backing himself to have a crack at this time. .400 metres to go now. Another 31.9 on the clock. That World Junior qualification standard, 15:40.44. That's the time we're aiming to try and beat.
It's going to be close. Stevie's going to have to really pull it out in that last 200 metres.
Another 31. He's staying on track here.
The question will be whether 31.8 is going to be quick enough.
Once again, he said his main goal is nag, Scotty, so this might just be a build-up swim for him. He's still got another 2 weeks to work on it. Want to try and bring in the legs a little bit now. Try and get those hips a little bit higher these last 300 metres.
And second, Dunkley still. Calibote is sitting third for the Kiwis. Fourth at the moment, I think, is lane 7, Jonty Sheriffs. Just creeping up to 31.98 now for Lan. Ethan Buchanan turns, he's fifth. Nick Close is seventh. Jonty Sheriffs in sixth.
31.99, hanging on to that sub-32 mark. This is where the training comes back. What have you done these last 12, 15, 16 weeks to get to this point? Has he even tapered yet, Scott? He's got another 2 weeks. This might just be the beginning. So really awesome to see his bravery in this race.
And I guess the optimum age for a distance swimmer, Steve, what would you say? I mean, he's only 17. He's got plenty of years ahead of him. Some of these top guys are in their early 20s.
I mean, Scott, when I listen to Erica Fairweather talking about what she's working on her 100 to help her 200, to help her 4, to help her 8. They're all intertwined. So for a young guy, it's going to be doing the same thing. You've got to keep working on each little part of each race to create that easy speed all the way through. So for Lan, this is definitely just the beginning.
Coming up to the 1,350 mark, 150 metres to swim for Lan Hamblin. He's had to do it pretty much on his own. He's 1.5 lengths in front of 32.10. He's just crept over that now, but hopefully he can make some of that back up in the final 150 as we start to raise the sound here and bring him through. There'll be a lot of noise out of Coast Swimming Club.
For a young guy to be out this far ahead by himself in a race at our national champs, Scott, that's pretty impressive. These are boys he's raced most of his life so far with Daniel and Alex, and he's up here trying to get 100 metres ahead of them.
31.49. He's starting to build it for the finish here. Let's get him down to 31 flat, 30.5 over the last 100 metres. Lan Hamblin, can we get him through to a World Junior qualifying mark? Lan Hamlin, the rating has definitely increased. He comes through to touch with 50 metres to go. Let's look at the split. 31.56, that's good. Let's try and get him under 31 on the way home. Lan Hamlin, 35 metres to swim. The intensity heats up. 15.40, it's going to be tough. He's not going to make it, but he's going to get a PB all the same.
I love how these distance guys can all of a sudden go another level on these last 50, Scott. Always impressive.
15.45, good swim there for Lan Hamlin. And looking at that program, 17 seconds under his best time. You can't ask for more than that.
Really impressive swim there by Lan. That's great to see. Racing by yourself, a 17-second PB. That's trusting the process. Can't wait to hear what his strategy was there, Scott, of those guys from the Coast Swim Club looking pretty happy with that swim. He said Nags is his target. Hopefully in 2 weeks' time we can see something else.
And Alex Dunkley coming in for second. Best time for him, 16.35. He's not going to be far off that. He's lost the cap on the journey. And in comes the visitor, Keula Loan from New Caledonia. Well done to Alex Dunkley. Third Kiwi home will be Daniel Calabo.
Here with Lan, first ever National Open title. Lan, tell us a little bit about the race. Obviously it hurt, or it looks like it hurt. What was your strategy before that you've talked with John and Michael about?
Yeah, changed up a bit compared to what I normally do. I tried to go out a bit more relaxed in the first couple hundred, then try to build from there.
Cool, and then halfway through the race, you know, you're looking across, can you see the guys giving the thumbs up, thumbs down, or are you looking for them just to rev it up, or can you not see anything at all? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh no, I could definitely see them. It really helps a lot when I see my team and coaches behind me like that, and yeah.
And looking forward to Nags, and when you've talked to Scott previous towards the meet, you said that Nags is your main focus, so is this a start of your sort of taper, or are you just kind of going with the flow, seeing what happens, or just enjoying yourself?
Yeah, we started a taper a bit, definitely aiming towards Nags, but just really happy with my sums that I did here.
Cool, and so Nags, are you doing 2, 4, 800, 1500, adding a few more events on?
Yeah, I'm definitely adding more. I'm doing the 4, the 200, then doing a couple of sprint backstrokes as well.
Oh, awesome to hear. Oh, well done. First national title, 1500 metres, well done.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Hey Steve, well halfway through this final session on day 5. We started off with the 800 metres freestyle for the women, and what a great race, great result for the top 3 in there.
Well, it's not often we get 3 females under our, A qualifying time, so that was really awesome to see. Unfortunately, only 2 can go for that race, but, I mean, the fact that Erica was so close to Lauren's record, Eve getting that PB as well, it was some really great racing.
And nice to see Caitlin's already qualified early in the week, so that would have been a slightly harder situation had she not. But as you say, great to have all 3 of them underneath. 200 metres individual medley for men. Class act, Lewis Clareburt, clear winner there, and underneath that qualifying mark.
Yeah, with the amount of races he's done this week, we're on session 10 now to still break under that 2-minute barrier. We know that's always a kind of little goal for those 200 IMers, so that was a really solid, consistent performance.
In the multi-class men, Asher Smith-Franklin just outside his New Zealand record, but man, that was 0.05, I think.
Yeah, well, and like what I said in the race was these boys have backed up. I think they've raced more than Lewis. So the fact that they're doing that and still getting those, better swims, heats to finals, really amazing to see.
Gina McCarthy in the 200 metres individual medley for women, 2:15, as you heard her say, 5 seconds under her heat time. That's what she wanted to do, just go faster.
Yeah, and I think she made that USA Tour time, whether she's going to attend or not, but good little challenge there. I think wanting to keep improving through that butterfly leg through is going to be that key to getting that time down to that World Champs time.
Gabby Smith continues her great form, 2 seconds faster than the 2 seconds faster she did this morning. She's in great form, and she's going to be looking forward to a good year.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what she can do when it comes to going overseas and racing for New Zealand. You put that silver fern on, another couple of seconds hopefully can drop there.
Lan Hamlin-O in the 1500 metre freestyle, swimming most of it on his own. But as we spoke to him earlier, he said Nags is his main event this year.
It's pretty good when considering it's your first Open national title. I mean, back in my day, I won one, and I was probably 23 when I won. To be winning one at 17 in that style, it's very dominant. That's really good for our distance swimming for the future.
Well, that's a wrap for the first half of the final session here tonight. We're going to continue on with the program next with some medal ceremonies and awards.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Now I'd like to hand you over to the CEO of Swimming New Zealand, Steve Johns.
Thank you, Scott. Good evening, everybody. Just before we head into the next round of medal presentations, I've just got an important announcement to make tonight. We're very privileged, as you'll be aware, that the last 2 years, Apollo Projects have been the major partner of Swimming New Zealand. As a result of that partnership, we've been able to implement a whole lot of initiatives and programs which we just simply wouldn't have been able to do without their very generous support. And it's absolutely my privilege tonight to announce that Apollo Projects have extended their support of Swimming New Zealand for a further 2 years. We're really looking... As an organisation, we're really looking forward to continuing to work with Paul Lloyd and his team at Apollo Projects to deliver great swimming events like this, to get more people swimming more often and just making swimming the great sport it is. So I'd like to ask Nick Tung, Swimming New Zealand Chairman, just to come and make a small presentation to Paul Lloyd from Apollo Projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Wonderful news for Swimming New Zealand. Apollo Projects right in behind Swimming New Zealand for an extended 2 more years, which will certainly help the organisation and all the swimmers and people involved to drive it forward. We move now to the first of our medal presentations. And presenting those medals will be Paul Lloyd, CEO of Apollo Projects. We start with the medal ceremony for the 800-metre freestyle for women. In third place, in 8:32.87 from Neptune, Caitlin Deans. Medal ceremony sponsor, All Proof Industries. Silver in 8:24.98 from Coast, Eve Thomas in a World Aquatic Championship qualifying time, as did Caitlin. And winning the gold medal in 8:18 from Neptune, Erica Fairweather in a World Aquatic Championship qualifying time. Oh, this has started a trend. Next up, the 200 metres individual medley for men. Third place, 2:02.86 from Capital, Sam Brown. Silver, 2:02.56 from Neptune, Luan Grobler. And winning in a time of 1:59.14, a qualifying mark for the world champs from Capital, Lewis Clearbird. Next up, the medal ceremony for the 200 metres individual medley, multi-class for men. Third, 2:47.23 from Parnell, James Hayden. Second, 2:42.33 from Pukekohe, Josh Wilmer. And winning in 2:23.71 from North Shore, Asher Smith Franklin. Next medal ceremony is the 200 metre individual medley for women, the final. Third, 2:21.18 from Coast, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. Second, 2:19.65 from Vikings, Hope Shamil. And winning in 2:15.68 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Next up, 200 IM for women, multi-class. Silver, 2:59.09 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. Winning the gold medal in a para-swimming world champs qualifying mark of 2:41.42, Gabby Smith from Vikings. Medal presentation for the men's 1500 metre freestyle. Third place in the Kiwis, Daniel Calabote, 16:51.69 from Aquablades. And the visitor, Kaula Loan from New Caledonia, 16:45.85. Alex Dunkley is second. Oh, here he is. Alex Dunkley gets second, 16:40.31 from Roskell. And winning, Lan Hamblin-O, 15:45.11 from Coast. Well done, boys. We move now to a special award, and again presented by Paul Lloyd, CEO of Apollo Projects. The Baxter O'Neill Trophy is presented to the Supreme Swimmer of the Year for swimming performance, services to the sport and character. The winner is Lewis Clearbird from Capital Swim Club. Lewis receives this award for the fourth consecutive time after his outstanding performances at the Commonwealth Games, where he won 2 gold and a bronze medal. Lewis has also been recognised for his promotion of the sport and leadership. Well done, Lewis Clareburt. The Baxter O'Neill Trophy. He's going to have to get a new cabinet. We'll be back after the break for the finals of the men's 50-metre breaststroke. Welcome back. Some fantastic winners of those medals and awards. We're going to get into the next event on the program now. It is event 39. No, it's not. It is event 38, the men's 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 1, Young So Ah Song. Lane 2 from North Shore, Benson Lee. Lane 3 from Coast Swimming Club, Wilrick Kutsia. Lane 4 from Club 37, Josh Pickett. Lane 5 from Club 37, Josh Gilbert. Lane 6 from Club 37, Eli Litton. 7 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. 8 from Mount Eden, Jacob Story. The start's going to be really important here. Let's see who gets it. I think it might have been Josh Gilbert's got the kick off the start. Josh Gilbert away down the first 25. Pickett trying to capture him in the first 30. Pickett might have taken the lead now. Gilbert and Pickett stroke for stroke with 10 metres to go. It's anyone's at this stage. Pickett might have it by a fingernail. He does. No, it doesn't. Gilbert's got it. Wow, 4/100ths of a second. 27.91. It must have been that underwater lunge, Steve, that got him there.
Comes down to that timing of those last couple of strokes. What a decision are they making at the flags? Do they go a little bit longer? Do they shorten it up a little bit just to get that timing? Gilbert nailed it.
Great spring off the block there. You could see he's been working on that one.
I've loved seeing these close races over these 50s and 100 metres this week, Scott. Makes it a little bit more exciting for us. Shows what skills you need to do to be a national champion.
Stunning, and he's taken the clean sweep as well. Good on you, Josh. Boy, that was close. In fact, I didn't even call you the winner. It was that close, but you got there. What a fantastic final stroke into the finish.
Yeah, lost for words. I could see Josh next to me the whole time, and I didn't know whether I had it or not. And to see my name in the first position was quite the surprise.
You got the clean sweep. Going back to the beginning, I think you got the flyer off the start. You were leading down that first 25, set yourself up.
Yeah, I've been really working on my dives and my pull-outs. Thanks to Carter Swift, he's really helped me out a lot, and that's where I've made a lot of improvements in the past couple of months. So yeah,
You must be really pleased with your performances this week over the distances.
Yeah, no, I'm over the moon. Fina B in all three of the breaststrokes now, so I couldn't be happier, really.
Good on you. Well, I'm sure you have a relay to come.
Yeah, a relay later on.
Well, well done, Josh, on another title.
Cheers, mate.
Next up is event 39, the women's 50-metre breaststroke final. In lane 1 from Fukuoka, Mackenzie Breers. Lane 2 from North Shore Swimming, Melissa Cowan. Three from Central City Swimming, Lanahay Connolly. Lane 4 from Aquablades, Monique Wierzowski. 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Amy Crosby. 6 from Club 37, Phoebe Harris. 7 from QE2, Kaylee Jackson. 8 from Neptune, Lucy McKinnon. Will the 18-year-old New Zealand record be of threat tonight? 31.21 from Zoe Baker. Monique Wierzowski starts to emerge at the front of the field, halfway down the first 50. Getting challenged by Amy Crosby of Coast, but now out on her own. Monique Wierzowski, a full body length in front. Can we see a 31 low here from her? The national champion over 100 metres. She goes into finish. A new New Zealand record and qualification mark for Monique Wierzowski. First woman under 31 ever in New Zealand, and she smashed that New Zealand record to pieces, and the qualification mark for the World Aquatics Championship. What a second 25, Steve. Didn't get away particularly well, but boy, oh boy.
Her strokes got the way she trusts her legs, the way she nailed the finish. That's what was the difference in the end of that 0.2, 0.3 she needed for that time. Forever will be trying to improve on the start. All these little things will keep coming as a developing athlete, but, well, first person under 31. Really proud to see that.
We've been waiting for this next emerging breaststroker, and she has arrived. Well done, Monique. What a swim. You got a smile on your face, you should. What's your thoughts?
Oh, well, just very surprised. Definitely what I wanted to go. Yeah.
First woman under 31. You've broken an 18-year-old, one of the oldest New Zealand records, held by Zoe Baker at 31.2, and well underneath that qualifying mark. You're in great form. You must be so happy. Have you got a relay to go tonight?
No.
You are done. In terms of looking at the camera, or anyone here, you got anyone to sort of say hello to?
Hello, Mum and Dad. Love you guys so much. Love you, brother. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me. Yeah.
Monique, we're looking forward to seeing your future in breaststroke sport. You've got so many years to come ahead of you, and we wish you well.
Thank you.
Well, what an exciting race that was. The Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Champs. We move now to the next event on the program, the men's 50 metres freestyle. And beside the block is the B finalists. Blake Elliott in 1, Fergus Eadie 2, Harris Clowens 3, Finn Harlan 4, Gan Alexandra 5, Gus Shivnan 6, Ollie Lutton 7, McAllister Clark 8. It's going to be a close one.
There was a lot of slapping going on before the race with all this B final, Scotty. Let's see who come out on top here.
Harrison Clowens gets it for Central City. And he's happy with that. 23.3, 0.3 underneath his heat time. And a nice consolation, Steve, to win that B final.
He'll be looking to improve, get in that A final next year, Scott.
And that result of that B final, 23.3 through to 23.9. That's a fast B final, that one. Hopefully some PBs in there. Next up, one of the big events, ladies and gentlemen, the A final of the men's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from QE2, Chris Elson. Lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, George Williams. Lane 3 from Club 37, Carter Swift. Lane 4 from Club 37, Michael Pickett. Lane 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Cameron Gray. 6 from Club 37, Zach Dell. 7 from Parnell, Jack Hendy. Lane 8 from Kiwi, Cale Twist. Away they go. New Zealand record holder in lane 4, Michael Pickett, but it was lane 5. Lane 5, Cameron Gray, that got away very well. Gray and Pickett. Pickett starting to come through, winding it up in the final 15 metres. Pickett's got it to himself at the moment. Can he hang on? The New Zealand record holder, Michael Pickett, gets there. 22.11. A new Zealand record. He's done it again. 0.1 of a second down again.
Got the FINA A time there, Scotty, by 0.01.
Woo! 0.01 under that FINA A. He's done everything he wanted to do this week, I'm sure. New Zealand record, and underneath that qualifying mark by 1/100, Mitch Nairn absolutely lifting off the ground.
How good was that, Scotty? He really brought it through in that middle part of that 50. Really put the power on. Cam came back at him. He trusted his form, trusted his last stroke. What a finish.
Absolutely. He had a bit of work to do off that start there, but just started to wind up and never looked back. And let's have a look at the final result. I didn't even see who came second and third. I think it was Cameron Gray.
Cameron Gray, 22.33. I didn't even see third either, Scotty.
I think Cameron Gray would be happy with that, a 22.3. That'll probably be a PB for him. Carter Swift gets in third, 22.7. And nice to see Zach Dell underneath 23, perhaps for the first time as well. Here with Michael Pickett. What a dream finish for you, Michael. Must have been on a high from this morning, that New Zealand record, but I'm going to hand the mic to you. What do you reckon, mate?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, eh? Obviously, Cammy's real fast off the start. I knew that was going to be the case, so just stuck with it, stuck to my race plan, and tried to finish strong, and the race took care of itself, so it's good.
Must be incredible power required to get down to a 22-1. Tell us sort of a little bit of an insight into some of the training that's got you to swim this fast.
Yeah, well, I've actually moved clubs about 8 to 10 weeks ago. So I'm living down on the Gold Coast now with Coach Ash Callis. And it's been awesome going into a proper sprint program. And obviously coming back here to race under Club 37 is pretty special as well. Good bunch of boys and girls there. And big thanks to Mitch, of course.
Look, you've been a sprint freestyler for many, many years, long as I've known your name. That New Zealand record must have been in your sights for many years, so this must be one of the best swimming days of your life, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. Came back from a pretty big back injury a couple of years ago, put me out of the water, but I'm back.
Qualification mark for the World Aquatics Championship. Must be great, 1/100th, but that's all you needed.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it is. And tonight it was on my side, so thank you.
Congratulations to Michael Pickett for the New Zealand champion over 50 freestyle, New Zealand record holder and qualifier to the World Aquatics Champs. Next event behind the blocks is event 123, the men's 50 freestyle multi-class. Lane 1 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. Lane 2 from Pukekohe, Joshua Wilmer. 3 from Mount Eden, David Beck. 4 from Whangarei, Cameron Leslie. 5 from North Shore Swimming, Asher Smith-Franklin. 6 from the Sun Devils, Guy Harrison. 7 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. Lane 8 from Mount Eden, Denver Xavier. Cameron Leslie, the former world record holder, in lane 4, the New Zealand record holder. Let's look at those times. A 36.25 is the New Zealand record, world record. And Asher Smith-Franklin, he did a 27.15 this morning. And he comes in to finish 26.86. He's done a new Zealand record. Again, Asher Smith-Franklin, 27.80 for David Beck and 28.94 for Jack Bugler. They've done great times too. And let's look at the time. Cameron Leslie, 37.38. So he's gone slightly quicker than this morning. That's all you can ask. A little bit quicker in the night session, over 50.
Another New Zealand record there by Asher. I don't know how many that we can count this week.
Must be
him.
10. Must be 9 or 10, I'm sure.
And once again, good to see the experience of Cameron coming back tonight, improving towards that world champs. He'll be wanting to try and get back that world record, I believe.
No missing at this time. You're on the blocks there, waving to the family, Cam. 50-metre freestyle, New Zealand champion, multi-class. Well done.
Cheers, mate. I was waving at you, by the way.
Oh, you were waving at me. I'm honoured. I'm honoured. Look, 1 second off your best time ever. You've got around about 3 or 4 months to go until you get to the Para Swimming World Championships. What is the plan from here to kind of try and catch that second, get that second, maybe even more?
Tapering down will be a good start, but I think outside of that, just keeping the rating work going and trying to connect that length with rating is it's always the challenge when you're rating high, right?
That's right. And in terms of your event, this is over. You're finished now.
Yep, I've been cut from the relay.
He's been cut from the relay. Hey, always a pleasure, Cam. Congratulations on another one.
Awesome. Cheers, bro.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Welcome back to the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships. The next event is Event 41, the women's 50-metre freestyle, and beside the blocks is the B finalists. Molly Shivnan in 1, 2 Summer Osborne, 3 Amadika Atkinson, 4 Phoebe Nelson, 5 Holly Neville, 6 Madison Kidd, 7 Liv Peebles, 8 Brooke Miles. And I think this is going to be a win here for the visitor Holly Nelson. Holly Neville, I should say. And she's from Australia. That is Holly Neville. And there's that official result. Pretty close there, just 0.7 of a second from first to eighth. We now introduce you to the A finalists of the women's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from St Paul's, Laura Littlejohn. Lane 2 from Phoenix, Hazel Auerhan. Lane 3 from Coast Swimming Club, Zoe Pedersen. Lane 4 from Club 37, Rebecca Moynihan. 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Chelsea Edwards. 6 from Coast Swimming Club, Amy Crosby. 7 from Club 37, Gabby Famasili. 8 from the Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. Pretty even start across the field. Rebecca Moynihan in lane 4 with the straight arm recovery, but coming through quickly, Chelsea Edwards leads the way down the halfway mark. Chelsea Edwards, can she hold on? Over there, Gabby Famasili in lane 7 going well too. Chelsea Edwards leads them, and I think she's going to get there. Chelsea Edwards wins it 25.41. 5 100ths under her heat time this morning. Moynihan takes second. Third goes to Gabby Farmasili. And Zoe Pedersen underneath that world junior time once again. But she really took the lead from about the 25-metre mark, maybe the 20-metre mark. And she's pretty happy with that, the fist pumping.
Chelsea's always seemed to be able to pick it up a level from the heats to the finals there, Scott, and she proved that again tonight. Really nailed that start, powerful through the middle, nice strong finish.
Now, by the fist pump, Chelsea, I think you're pretty happy, right?
Yeah, definitely. Always good to get a national title. Haven't been to Opens in 3 years, so just enjoying the atmosphere.
Now, it's pretty even off the start, but you started to emerge at about the 20-metre mark and never really looked back. Did it just take you that amount of time to wind up into it?
Yeah, well, the end of the race is obviously really important too. My coach and I just said we need to re-engage that last 15, so that's what I did.
Any breathing in that last 15 metres?
I take one breath at the 35 and then we're going home from there, yeah.
That takes a lot of work to do, doesn't it? And your time at Coast so far, you seem to be really enjoying the camaraderie.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love it. You can hear the people, you can hear all of the support, so it's just such a great... Yay! You can hear it and it's just amazing. I love it.
Good on you, Chelsea Edwards, New Zealand champion, 50 metres freestyle. Well done. Next event up is the women's 50-metre freestyle multi-class. In lane 2 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. Lane 3 from Wharanui, Lily Fox-Mason. Lane 4 from QE2, Dame Sophie Pascoe. Lane 5 from Pukekohe, Tupo Nofi. 6 from Matamata, Riley Sayer. Nice start by Dame Sophie as she heads down the first 25. Well out in front, she's in disability S9. And had an illustrious career, Dame Sophie Pascoe. She did a 29.06 this morning. Let's see if she can duck under that. Comes into touch. 28.81, that's a good time for Dame Sophie, and second to the wall is Riley Sayer, 30.91.
New Zealand record for Riley Sayer in the S14 there.
Good job, Riley, 30.
32.3 was the old record. Gone down to 30.9.
And that is underneath the Paraswimming World Championship qualifying mark for Dame Sophie. Good on you, Sophie. Well done. It must be pleasing to come out and be getting faster in those finals underneath 29 tonight.
Absolutely. That's what it's about. Obviously racing faster at night, and to be able to sub that 29 was exactly where I wanted to be. Obviously I've come into this meet not quite fit, so there's a lot to work on. My start wasn't so great, which you probably saw, so yeah, it's nice to take away some learnings as well.
Paris Swimming World Championships this year, what are the events you're going to be focusing on over the next 4 months to prepare?
Yeah, we've got the 100 freestyle. Actually, I've got a busy day for the day that I race my individual event, because following on from that I have the 100 freestyle and the relay. So 4 100s in a day, which I haven't ever done before. And obviously now I'm going to try and back that up after the 50. And then obviously the 50 freestyle.
So the 50 free, 100 free, focusing on that. That's awesome. You've let the other events go.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm getting a bit older here, Scott, so time to cut my many events down and focus on that freestyle leading into this year's Worlds.
Outside of swimming, much else going on or no time for anything else?
I'm planning a wedding at the moment, so it is very busy at the moment, but it's very exciting times, and obviously that's a huge priority for this year, which is obviously getting married, so super exciting.
Lots to look forward to. Dame Sophie Pascoe, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, another New Zealand title.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Welcome back into the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships live from the National Aquatic Centre in Auckland. We have 2 events to go. Event 202 is next, the 4x100 metre medley mixed multi-class relay. Introducing the first team, it is Team NZL in lane 3. Tupou Nofi, Josh Wilmer, Jesse Reynolds and Dame Sophie Pascoe. Lane 4, Virtus B, David Beck, James Hayden, Lance Dusto, Tate Pichon. In Virtus A, in 5, Denver Xavier, Bailey Conlon, Asher Smith-Franklin, Jack Bugler. Away we go with the multi-class medley mixed 4x100 metre relay, and the team in lane 3, NZL, is a team that will likely be swimming together at the Paraswimming World Championships. They're going for a New Zealand record today, and that's 5:17.59. The team is made up of Tupou Nofi, Joshua Wilmer, Jesse Reynolds and Dame Sophie Pascoe. And kicking off in lane 4, this is Virtus B. This is David Beck swimming the backstroke, the 26-year-old. Denver Xavier is in lane 5, and we have Tupou Nofi in lane 3.
What an experienced team. Yeah, this para multi-class team has 2 Commonwealth medalists, Olympic medalists. Man, what a team to take away to the World Champs, Scott.
Absolutely, star-studded. David Beck's going to touch. In goes James Hayden, the 16-year-old from Parnell, into the breaststroke leg. Joshua Wilmer heads away in the breaststroke for his team, NZL. Bailey Conlon swimming for Virtus A in 5. And Joshua Wilmer looking fantastic and strong in that first 50.
It'll be good to see if these guys can pick up their times from their individual races for their teams, Scott. It'll be cool to see that little adjustment as they try to pick it up. Obviously, this is a good practice for that New Zealand team for the World Champs, and looking forward to see how they go against those other international teams later in the year.
James Hayden, he's doing a good job here, the young man. He's had a full program all week.
Josh coming through on the second 50 now, really using his pedigree and his breaststroke, powering through in those legs, making sure he gives Jesse a really good finish at the wall to time his dive right.
This is Lance Dusto in lane 4. Away in lane 5 is Asher Smith-Franklin. Jesse Reynolds for NZL in 3.
Really excited to see how this race evens up. Obviously got the experience of Jesse coming through on this fly and handing off to Dame Sophie Pascoe. These boys won't want to let her get away like this either, so it'll be good to see them all battling up. Asher Smith-Franklin, how many races is that this week? About 25?
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Lance is looking great here in his butterfly. Nice high hips. He's
nice strong 50 by Asher there. Gone out in a 29.8. He's trying to bring his team back up close to these front two leading teams.
That'll be Dame Sophie Pascoe versus Tate Pichon and Jack Bugler. Tate Pichon just trying to keep with Dame Sophie Pascoe down that first lap. That'll be a different experience from him. Normally he's looking over at other guys in his field.
Here comes Jack though, here comes Jack. We know how strong he likes to finish his races. He'll be giving it 110 for his team. Trying to catch up to that Virtuous B team.
This experience is really going to come in here. Muscle memory of Dame Sophie Pascoe. She's going to quite easily win it for NZL.
Here comes Jack though, Scotty.
Is he going to get Tate Pichon here? Tate's looking over now. What's he got in the tank?
What a battle between these two boys.
And Jack Bugler will get their second. Dame Sophie touches for NZL, 4:52. An easy New Zealand record for that team. Great to see multi-class relays taking place.
Really good change of the leads all the way through there, Scotty, with these mixed relays. Always awesome to see. Great way to finish their program with a national record.
Here with the team that have won the NZL, the multi-class 4x100 metre medley mixed relay. And Jesse, this is the team that will be swimming at the Para-Swimming World Champs. Great to have the team together.
Yeah, it's awesome to have a good hit out here, and we haven't raced as this team before, so it was awesome to break the New Zealand record as a team and really see where we're at for Manchester.
Absolutely. Slightly unusual to have relays, I guess. Normally the changeovers, Sophie, not something you normally have to contend with.
No, we've never had the numbers to be able to do a relay, so to now obviously have the numbers in the para-sport, it goes to show you we're growing as a nation with getting the more para-swimmers on board, but now we have to practice relay turnovers for sure.
Well, congratulations, Tupou, for your job there in the backstroke and for yours in the breaststroke. You all did a superb job in breaking that record, and I'm sure it's going to be lowered very, very soon. Well done to you all. Move now to the final event of the championships, event 42, the 4x100 metre medley mixed relay. Lane 1 is the Mount Maunganui team. And that is Gus Shivnan, Molly Shivnan, Dominic Faulkner, Talita McEwen. Lane 2, North Shore Swimming A, Hunter Dobson, Melissa Cowan, Blair Helms, Summer Osborne. Lane 3, Club 37, Gabby Farmasili, Josh Gilbert, Andrew Jeffcoat, Rebecca Moynihan. Lane 4, Viking Swim Club, Harrison James, Lachlan McKenzie, Hope Jamil, Brooke Bennett. Lane 5, Coast A, Helena Gasson, Wilrick Kutsia, Cameron Gray, Chelsea Edwards. Lane 6, Neptune A, Luan Grobbelaar, Lucy McKinnon, Esme Patterson, Zach Reed. Seven, Coast Swimming Club B, Jasper Cornish, Zaylika Pratt-Smith, Amy Crosby, Fergus Eadie. Lane 8, New Caledonia, Eva Politelli, Gane Alexandra, Mary Thibault, and Iro Marine. Nice start in lane 2 there. That is Hunter Dobson. And we've got Helena Gasson in 5. Luan Grobbelaar in lane 6. Gabby Farmasili in 3.
Going to see some really different tactics through this relay. Guys versus girls. We've got Helena and Gabby leading off for Coast and Club 37. Hunter Dobson for the North Shore. He'll be passing over to Melissa Cowan though. 109 in that breaststroke.
Now, Helena Gasson did a 102.0 in the relay the other night. Hunter Dobson leads North Shore A. Luan Grobbelaar taking Neptune second. Melissa Cowan, she got second in the 100 breaststroke with a PB of 109.
101.68 by Helena there. That would have won the 100 backstroke in the individual if she'd done that race.
That's a great time.
Great lead off for the Coast Swim Club. Now we've got Wilrick Kutsia come through for the Coast Swim Club. And who other than Josh Pickett?
Wow.
Sorry, Josh Gilbert.
Josh
for the
Gilbert.
breaststroke for Club 37.
Josh Gilbert, the New Zealand champion. Lachlan McKenzie in 4, Wilrick Kutsia in 5, Lucy McKinnon in 6, Melissa Cowan in 2. Wilrick Kutsia takes Coast A into the lead, but Josh Gilbert starting to emerge now in front for Club 37.
Look who these boys have coming next. Andrew Jeffcoat doing butterfly versus Cameron Gray. There'll be no love lost between these two clubs for this final event.
They won a 52.5 was Cameron Gray's time in the 100 metres butterfly. You wonder how Jeffcoat's going to go over butterfly. Now he's not going to be able to do a 2-minute 200 free tonight. Cameron Gray's going to have to pull finger tonight.
We know he said he lives for relay, Scott. That's what he really loves. He enjoys the fun. I could see the banter behind the blocks between these two boys already.
Well, look at this. There's no ground being made up here. Jeffcoat is holding his position. Cameron Gray's going to really have to dig deep and get a little bit of a lead here for his team. Otherwise, it's going to get very interesting.
Here comes Cameron, though, on the second 50. He loves this part. He's just picked it up on that third 25.
Well, look at this, Steve. Chelsea Edwards versus Rebecca Moynihan all over again.
Let's go.
And they finish together. The 100 freestyle all over again. Chelsea Edwards, the champion. Rebecca Moynihan starting very, very quickly in lane number 3.
Both just done that 50 freestyle, Scott. Who's got that little bit more energy to bring it home for their club?
North Shore sitting in 3rd. North Shore with Summer Osborne. Chelsea Edwards is just edged ahead. Coast lead. Club 37 sitting in 2nd.
26.2 for Chelsea on that 50. 26.7 for Rebecca. Here comes the second 50, though. This is going to be tight.
Chelsea Edwards. Can she hold off Rebecca Moynihan? Coast Swimming Club looking dangerous with 10 metres to go. Chelsea Edwards is going to win it for Coast A. Club 37 will settle for second. North Shore for third. Coast B, I think it is. No, Neptune. Zach Reed for Neptune finishing fourth. Fergus Eady fifth for Coast B. Vikings will finish sixth. An exciting finish there. And just checking that time there, a 3:53.56 is a new New Zealand record. $3:54.39 was the previous New Zealand record, so Coast are now New Zealand record holders over the 4x100 metre mixed medley relay. And Stephen Kent will catch a word with the winning team.
Well, we got most of the team here. Chelsea just on her way after a couple of big swims. Guys, a New Zealand record on the last race of the whole national championships. What does that mean to the Coast Swim Club?
Well, you know, I've just joined, and to do this, it's absolutely amazing. I can't wait for more.
And Cam, that fly leg versus Jeffco, saw a bit of banter there before the fly leg. What were you guys talking to each other about?
Yeah, I guess Jeff is just in the backstroke and hasn't done many other strokes, and I think he was really just looking forward to trying to hold me off in that fly, but I wasn't going to let it happen.
It's always next year. Well, Rick, transitioning a little bit to the breaststroke races, how did you find that in amongst this relay team?
Oh, great, stoked to be finally part of a team and to get the gold to this week as well, so we're getting there with the breaststroke. It's a long journey though.
And Helena led off there with a lot of boys there, 101.6, faster than the other night. Would have got you maybe that title on the 100 backstroke. You're looking to work on that backstroke a little bit more?
Yeah, I think the 100 back will be added to the repertoire now. But yeah, I was just wanting to keep with the boys because I struggle to go out fast, so it was actually pretty good to have them there.
Awesome. Well, guys, New Zealand record, national champions, last race of the meet. Congratulations.
And we'll be back after the break with a quick wrap of the second half of the final session, and then we'll get into some medal ceremonies and some selections of teams and some more awards. Well, just doing a bit of a wrap, Steve, on a very exciting night. The second half we kicked off with the 50 breaststroke for the men, and the two Joshes in the middle of the field couldn't get tighter than that one.
Oh, what a great little battle there between those boys, club mates, obviously training together. It was good to see Josh Gilbert come through with a great finish and get that trifecta 50, 100 and 200.
He talked about that fast start. He's been working on it with Carter Swift. It certainly made a difference. He was off very quickly and got that head start.
Yeah, good to see teammates helping each other out. That's what our sport should be about. How do we help each other get faster?
One of the swims of the night, Monique Wirazowski, 50-metre breaststroke, under 31, breaking an 18-year-old New Zealand record.
Yeah, Zoe Baker's record. I mean, what a great swim. Great to see where our breaststroke and our females is heading. Really proud of Monique, the way she swam. Really controlled swim for a 50 breaststroke, nonetheless. So, I mean, what a pathway, and I definitely think there's more to come from her.
Absolutely. We went to the 50 freestyle next for the men. Another absolute blinder of a performance. New Zealand record and a qualification just by a fraction.
You can't beat a race like that. I mean, the big boys, so much slapping on going. I could hear it down from where we were sitting. But to see Michael Gizzy Hart, you know, what he's done to go from Gisborne over to Australia and keep improving over all these years is really awesome to see.
Great job by Michael Pickett. And then the multi-class 50 freestyle. Cameron Leslie winning that one again. He's right on track for kind of getting back to that very best this year. And Asher Smith-Franklin going under 27 for another New Zealand record.
Yeah, I think what did we count? Sort of 10 records for the week or so. So these boys just keep getting faster, and you know, all the best to them as they head away to the World Championships.
50 freestyle for women. Chelsea Edwards all came down to that final few metres.
Yeah, I think there was some really close, tight racing across all those 50s, and to see her make that improvement from heat to final, another good swim for Chelsea.
Women's multi-class 50 freestyle, Dame Sophie going under 29. She's getting quicker. She's on track for that World Para Swimming Champs. And Riley Sayer, a New Zealand record, 30.
Yeah, well, almost a 2-second drop on that national record. So good to see, like we said for the boys, just constant improvement, always trying to look to get better. And to be led and those girls to be in the same race with Dame Sophie must be a really proud honour for all of them.
Absolutely. Then we had the multi-class relay where Team NZL, which will be the team that will swim at the Para-Swimming World Champs, they got that New Zealand record quite easily, and I'm sure they'll see it lower again at the World Champs.
Yeah, good to see them practicing. I mean, the girls, Sophie and Tupou, straight off their 53, so had about 5 minutes in between races. So come that World Champs time, it'll be really exciting to see how they go against the rest of the world.
And pretty close to home for you, Coast Swimming Club winning that medley mixed relay in a New Zealand record time.
Yeah, well, they probably wanted the, Club 37 taking out all the sprint relays so far. It came down to that last sort of 25 metres, and really good to see our level of all of our teams across there, and good to have some really cool mixed racing in amongst our national champs.
Well, thank you, Steve, for commentating all week. You're relieved of duty now. It's been a pleasure to be working with you, getting your technical knowledge and excitement throughout the week. So thank you very much. We'll head into medals next, then some special awards. Then we will be selecting all the teams, the World Aquatic Champs team, the Para-Swimming World Champs, and the selection for the USA Tours as well.
We can't wait to see who those guys are. Well done.
Thank you.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. The racing has finished, but the awards are going to begin. We start with the medal presentations, and presenting these medals, CEO of Apollo Projects, Paul Lloyd. And we will start with the 50-metre breaststroke for the men. In third place, in 29.14 from Coast, Wilrick Kutsia. Second in 27.95 from Club 37, Josh Pickett. And winning in 27.91 from Club 37, Josh Gilbert. Next event is the women's 50-metre breaststroke. Third place in 32.61 from TBSS, Lanahay Connolly. Silver, 32.57 from North Shore, Melissa Cowan. And winning in a new Zealand record and qualifying mark for the World Aquatics Champs, Monique Wierzalski from Aquablades. Medal ceremony sponsor, All Proof Industries. Now moving to the men's 50 metres freestyle. Third in 22.77 from Club 37, Carter Swift. Silver in 22.33 from Coast, Cameron Gray. And winning in a New Zealand record time and qualifying mark for the World Aquatics Champs, Michael Pickett, 22.11, Club 37. Next up, the 50 metres freestyle for men multi-class. Third in 30.72 from Hiratonga Sun Devils, Harrison Guy. Guy Harrison, I should say. Sorry, Guy. Silver, 26.86 from North Shore, Asher Smith Franklin. And winning in 37.38 from Whangarei, Cameron Leslie. Moving now to the women's 50 metre freestyle ceremony. Third, 25.68 from Club 37, Gabby Farmasili. Silver, 25.66 from Club 37, Rebecca Moynihan. And winning in 25.41 from Coast, Chelsea Edwards. Now to the 50 freestyle for women, multi-class. Third, 32.16 from Wharanui, Lily Fox Mason. Silver medal and a New Zealand record time for S14 from Matamata, Riley Sayer, 30.91. And winning in 28.81 from QE2, Dame Sophie Pascoe. And don't go too far away. Third place in the multi-class medley mixed relay 4x100. Third place, Virtus B. David Beck, James Hayden, Lance Dusto and Tate Pichon. Oh, and they're making their way down now. Lance Dusto's going quicker than his 53 down the side of the pool. And we'll go to second, Virtus A. Denver Xavier, Bailey Conlon, Asher Smith Franklin and Jack Bugler. And winning NZL, Tupo Nufi, Josh Wilmer, Jesse Reynolds and Dame Sophie Pascoe. Well done to all of our multi-class winners. And the final medal ceremony this evening and of the championships. The 4x100 metre medley mixed final. Third place, North Shore Swimming Club A. Hunter Dobson, Melissa Cowan, Blair Helms, Summer Osborne. Second, Club 37, Gabby Farmasili, Josh Gilbert, Andrew Jeffcoat, Rebecca Moynihan. And winning in a new New Zealand record time, 3:53.36, Coast Swimming Club. Helena Gasson, Wilrick Kutsia, Cameron Gray, Chelsea Edwards. Well done to our relay swimmers, and thank you to Paul Lloyd, CEO of Apollo Projects, for presenting those medals. We'll be back after a short break for some special awards.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. Still to come, we've got some special awards and then the announcements of the World Championship teams and USA Tour teams. Presenting the special awards is Paul Lloyd, CEO of Apollo Projects, and we start with the Darmstadt Trophy. It's awarded to the winner of the men's 100 metre freestyle. The winner is Cameron Gray from Coast Swimming Club. And apologies, that is presented by the chairman of Swimming New Zealand, Nick Tung. And Nick Tung, Aqua Black 165. Don't worry, Cam, it's only 165 years old. Next trophy, South Australian Trophy, is awarded to the winner of the women's 100 freestyle. The winner is Erica Fairweather from Neptune and Swim Dunedin. Presented by the chairman of Swimming New Zealand, Nick Tung. The next award is the Harold Petit Trophy. It is awarded to an individual with the most outstanding individual performance at the 2023 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Champs. The winner is Erica Fairweather, the 400 freestyle, 6th fastest woman of all time. Moving now to the Yoldhurst Shield. It's awarded to the top region at the 2023 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Champs. The winner is Auckland. And accepting that award for Auckland, we'll move on. Next, we do the top club. This is awarded to the club who has scored the most points across these championships. And we'll count down from 5. 5th is Capital Swim Club on 408. 4th, Club 37, 586. Neptune Swim Club, 3rd, 598. North Shore Swimming Club, 634 is 2nd. And winning Coast Swimming Club, 906. And the Coast Swimming Club is making their way down to the podium, the dais, to take their award. And John Gatfield, Michael Weston there, coaches for Coast. And a fantastic award to put on the Northern Arena mantelpiece up there in the Hibiscus Coast of Auckland. They've really built a strong club over the last 5 years, really, with a huge elite team. We move now to the World Championship team selection announcements. Well done to all swimmers this week. It's been fantastic to see so many strong competitors fighting for spots to represent Aotearoa on the world stage. The New Zealand Open Championships this year have been the open selection event for several New Zealand teams. Swimming New Zealand USA Tour, the World Aquatics Championship team, and the World Para-Swimming Championship team. Tonight, we are pleased to be able to announce the swimmers who have achieved the performance standards to be selected to each team, and we are also pleased to announce the coaches and support staff that have been selected to both the World Aquatic Championships and the World Para-Swimming Championships. The Aqua Black swim team for the World Aquatic Champs are, and to congratulate these swimmers will be Paul Lloyd, CEO of Apollo Projects, Janie Hudgell, President of Swimming New Zealand, and Nick Tung, Chairman of Swimming New Zealand. The first qualifier, Lewis Clareburt, Capital Swim Club, 200 and 400 IM, 4 by 100 metre men's medley relay. Aqua Black 257. The next qualifier, Erica Fairweather, Aqua Black 266, Neptune Swim Club, 200, 400, 800 freestyle, 4 by 200 women's freestyle relay, 4 by 100 metre mixed freestyle relay. The next qualifier, Michael Pickett, Club 37, Aqua Black 268, 50 metres freestyle. Next qualifier, Zach Reed, Aqua Black 269, Neptune Swim Club, 400 metres freestyle. Eve Thomas, Aqua Black 270, Coast Swimming Club, 400, 800, 1500 freestyle, 4x200 metre women's relay. Caitlin Deans, Aqua Black 276, Neptune Swim Club, 1500 metres freestyle, 4x200 metre women's freestyle relay. Caitlin also achieved the FINA A time for the women's 800 free along with Erica and Eve, but World Aquatics rules only permit 2 entries into each individual event. Cameron Gray, Aqua Black 277, Coast Swimming Club, 50 butterfly, 4x100 metre men's medley relay, 4x100 metre mixed freestyle relay. And he needs to go and shake some hands. He's lost his mind. Cameron Gray's had a big week. Andrew Jeffcoat, Aqua Black 279, Club 37, 50, 100, 200 backstroke, 4x100 metre men's medley relay. Hazel Hourhand, Aqua Black 283, Phoenix Aquatics, 50 metres butterfly. New Aqua Black, Luan Grobela, Neptune, 400 metres individual medley. New Aqua Black, Monique Wierzowski, 50 metres breaststroke. Relay swimmers, 4x200 metre freestyle relay. Summer Osborne, North Shore, New Aqua Black. Four by 100 metre men's medley relay, New Aqua Black, Josh Gilbert, Club 37. Four by 100 metre mixed freestyle relay, Carter Swift, Club 37, Aqua Black 282. 4x100 metre mixed freestyle relay, Chelsea Edwards, Coast, Aqua Black 265. We'd like to announce some technical officials who have been selected to represent at these championships. Celia Honnis from Northland, World Aquatics Open Water Swimming International Technical Official. Christine Casson, Canterbury West Coast, World Aquatics Pool Swimming International Technical Official. Carlreen Gillespie, Northland, Para Worlds, World Para Swimming Appointed International Technical Official. Team staff for the World Aquatics Championships. Team coaches, Lars Huma, Swim Dunedin. He's making his way down now. Gary Hollywood, Capital Swim Club. Michael Weston, Coast Swim Club. And Mitch Nairn, Club 37. Supported by Megan Munro as team physio, Matt Ingram, performance team analysis, Graham Moore as team manager, and Gary Francis as team leader. Noting that the National Age Group Championships provides an additional chance for further swimmers to achieve the Para World Swimming Championship standards. The following Aqua Blacks have already been selected to the team. Sophie Pascoe, Aqua Black 244, QE2 Swim Club, 50 and 100 freestyle. 34-point 4x100 metre medley relay. Tupo Naufi, Aqua Black 261, Pukekohe Swim Club, 100 metre backstroke, 50 metre and 100 metre freestyle, and the 34-point 4x100 metre medley relay. Jessie Reynolds, Aqua Black 262 from Hamilton Aquatics, 100 metres backstroke, and the 34-point 4x100 metre medley relay. Cameron Leslie, Aqua Black 272 from Whangarei, 50, 100, 200 freestyle, 50 backstroke. Lily Fox Mason, 273, Wharanui, 100 butterfly, 400 freestyle. Gabby Smith, Aqua Black 274 from Vikings, 400 freestyle, 100 breaststroke, 200 individual medley. Joshua Wilmer, Aqua Black 275, Pukekohe, 100 breaststroke, 50 and 100 metre freestyle, 34-point 4x100 metre medley relay. Staff for the championships, team coaches, Tom Onley, Whangarei Swim Club, Sheldon Kemp, Pukekohe Swim Club, and supported by Graham White, team physio, Holly Fletcher, team manager, Elliot Snedden, performance team analyst, and Simon Main, team leader. The World Aquatics Championships swimmers are automatically offered a spot on the Swimming New Zealand USA Tour. Congratulations to the following swimmers who have achieved the performance standard for this meet and will also be invited to represent New Zealand next month at the Mission Vigo TYR Pro Series meet in Irvine, California, and the Speedo Grand Challenge the following week. They are Kane Follows, Neptune Swim Club, 100, 200 backstroke. Melissa Cowan, North Shore Swim Club, 100 breaststroke. Sam Brown, 200 IM and 400 IM. Molly Shivnan, 200 backstroke. Gina McCarthy, 400, 200 IM. Louis Clark, 400 freestyle. Rebecca Moynihan, 50, 100 freestyle. Laura Littlejohn, 100 freestyle. Gabby Farmasili, 50 free, 50 back. Christopher Elson, 50 fly. Zach Dell, 50 back, 100 free. Amy Crosby, 50 fly and 50 free. Josh Pickett, 50 breaststroke. Jack Hendy, 50 backstroke. Cooper Morley, 50 backstroke. Also been accepted into the World Aquatic. Okay, we're just going to. Please put your hands together for all of our selected swimmers across those different tours and championships. Well, thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful week of racing here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. It's been a pleasure bringing you the action with Stephen Kent. We hope you've enjoyed the action, and we'll be back live streaming from the Apollo Project's National Age Group Swimming Championships from Hawke's Bay next Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.